Hello and welcome to Extra Time at the Red and Blue Sessions, our weekly bonus episode.
Every Tuesday, we drop these extra episodes where we dive into your questions, debates, and hot takes. You send them in, and we break them down with all the passion, rivalry, and banter you'd expect.
Plus, we'll be battling out for Player of the Week, where Liam and I each pick one standout player from across the world of football and argue why our choice is the right one, who stood out, who flopped, and which one of us will actually win this debate for once.
Want to have your say? Email us at theredandbluesessions@gmail.com or DM us on social media. Your opinions could shape our next episode.
Right, let's get into it, Marshy. So first of all, we got a question here from Jason, and it actually links into stuff that's been happening in the recent few days. So the question is, hi, Corey and Liam, great episode. My question for you today is, do you believe that the number of injuries players from top teams get is due to the new European format? Many thanks, guys. Jason. Well, in my opinion, yes. Because you look at the injuries that we've just come out. Havertz is now injured for the rest of the season. Akanji, it looked like he was holding his groin when he came off his City. And Liam, you said that Grealish, is it calf injury?
I think it would be a calf injury if he's coming off that quick. I might have to disagree with the overall question because, okay, it is a new format. The competition stayed the same. You're just playing different teams that you wouldn't play every season. Like obviously in the old format, you knew who you were playing, and the teams normally pick themselves, didn't they? Like it'd be Juventus, Bayern Munich, young boys, and then some random team from Poland or something, wouldn't they? Somewhere like that where you know that team was going to finish bottom. But in terms of the new format, you're still playing the same amount of games. So my question is, it's not the injuries that have been caused by the new format. It might be a training regime that these players are doing. Could they be doing too much, or they could be doing too little, or they also could not be stretching enough before the match, which can cause injury as well. Because I know myself, if you don't stretch and then you go straight into action, you've got more of a chance of injuring yourself than if you took that little extra 10 to 15 minutes to warm up your muscles and your ligaments and all those things that make you run, so to speak, and perform.
Yeah, I know it came out that Kai Havertz got injured on an Arsenal training camp in Dubai. And obviously, it's a big blow to Arsenal because obviously now don't have an experienced striker. And I'm not really going to say that Havertz is an experienced striker. I mean, the guy misses easy chances. I mean, link back to episode 3 where we talked about Arsenal versus Man City and look at the chance that Havertz had after the first goal for Arsenal. What does he go and do? Fluffs it wide. He's not one of those strikers, I think, where you can actually put the ball in the back of the net.
No, he's a weird one, isn't he? He'll miss the most simplest of chances, but then score from the most difficult ones. To me, I think he's a great player. I know he's been in England for a good few years now, and I still think he's still trying to find his momentum and form. I know you're saying, Liam, he's been playing for Chelsea for so many years now. He played for Arsenal for so many years. He should have a decent form out now. But if he's constantly being asked to play in certain situations, certain positions, he's not going to get the form that he wants. Ideally, I'd say his best position is sitting just behind the striker, like he did it by Leverkusen. He sat in that number 10 role and made the space for them, and he was absolutely phenomenal for them. When he comes to England, he was asking to be at Chelsea. I think he was getting asked to play on the left, the right, the middle, centre mid, right centre mid, left centre mid. So he's playing all over the place. So he wasn't stuck to one position. And same with Arsenal now. He's playing left, right, centre. If I was Havertz, and then now striker as well, if I was Havertz, I would just turn to Arteta and go, look, this isn't working for me. I'm not getting the best out of myself. I know my best position is blah. And Arteta goes, okay, we'll play you blah next week and see how it goes. Just trial him in his natural position, which I believe is just behind the striker, so he can feed those balls in. And also, he's got a good foot on him as well, so he can have a bit more of a chance then to have a shot outside the box if wanted.
Yeah, I know that when the injury was announced, a lot of Arsenal fans were like, "Oh, the board and the manager have had loads of time to sort this out. We've been saying we need a new striker, and you did do it in January." Like, it gets to a point where as an Arsenal fan, you're going to question, when are we actually going to get a new striker in? We had January. Okay, we haven't signed anyone in January. But if they don't sign anyone in the summer for striker, I don't believe that Arsenal fans are going to have any hope in the board or Arteta anymore, especially now with Havertz being injured and you're going to be playing Sterling, Trossard and Nanieri up top. I mean, it's just one of those things where I think as an Arsenal fan, you've got to think we need a new striker now. Either you're probably going to need an actual decent starting striker because you can't really say a bench striker because Havertz isn't really doing that good. And I agree what you say, Liam, about playing him just behind the striker. If they get a new striker in, change the formation and play Havertz just behind him.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're trying to think what sort of player fits Arsenal's setup at the minute, because Arsenal like to play from the back and build from the back, don't they? And like most teams in the league, I'm not picking Arsenal as being they play like that. Every team in the league plays like that now because of Pep Guardiola. But if I'm also a striker in Europe who wants to go to the Premier League, would I be looking at Arsenal or going, do I really want to play for Arsenal? Because they're not. I know Arsenal fans probably go, but we're doing all right better than you. But it doesn't seem appealing going to Arsenal. They're not, apart from I'd say last year where they were competing for the title, where they were destined to do City for the title. They just didn't hit form after form that day, and you just knew they were going to hit a blip at some point. For them to sign a top class striker, they need someone who's one willing to sacrifice himself for the club. And I don't think most strikers in the league want that. Because Arteta wants your striker to hold the play up and set up goals as well as score them. But I believe a striker's only job is to score goals. And the only man I could think of that Arsenal would like to try and sign, even though I think he might have signed a permanent contract now, would be to Osimhen, who's went to Galatasaray.
Yeah, Galatasaray.
I think he would have been a perfect signing for Arsenal, a statement signing as well. Because if you look at the likes of City, they've got Haaland, Chelsea, they've got Nicholas Jackson. I know he's not the best, but they've got a striker. Liverpool, you've got Nunez, Avenues, and Salah, but mostly Nunez. Man United, they've got Xerxes, Højlund. Oh, do you know who wouldn't be a bad shout? He's on loan at West Ham. Oh, Ferguson. He wouldn't be a bad shout for Arsenal. You've got to think young, who wants to show himself, but it's just who Arsenal go for. It would be a surprise for me. You could think all the top European elite marksmen, they all want to stay at the club anyway, where they're successful.
I know that Arsenal did look at Ollie Watkins, but I think Watkins is going to leave Villa anytime soon, considering now they sold Duran. So I think Ollie Watkins is going to stay there kind of player.
Why would you leave somewhere where the atmosphere is a lot better? The players you've got around you, I'd say, a bit better than what they've got at Arsenal in terms of the cohesion and the friendly banter that they probably have with each other. That's not me to say that Arsenal players don't have banter or have a team cohesion. It's just, it's too, at Arsenal, I feel like you watch them how they play, it's too robotic, isn't it? You know Rice is going to do this and that with the ball, Odegaard's going to do this and this. Where Villa, Unai Emery's got more of they've got more of fluidity, haven't they? They've got a bit more to be more expressive in the terms of how they play.
Yeah. I think Arteta, I think he's one of those players where obviously he's come from Man City because he was assistant coach at City, and I think he kind of says, do you know what, I want to try and adapt to the style that Pep was playing with City, but it doesn't seem to be working for them. The players don't seem to fit the style of play that Arsenal play. Now, don't get me wrong, Saka seems to be fitting it well. Obviously, he's injured right now, trying to get back. He's a big miss for Arsenal right now. you could definitely see in them that, like, without Saka, they just don't seem to perform as well.
100%. You know, that is the key. But you've also got to go. Arteta spent a lot of money to make this side the way he wants it. So he's handpicked the players that he's wanted, and they're not performing. So does Arteta need to look at himself and go, God, this hasn't worked out the way I wanted. Do I sell the player now and get someone else in?
Yeah. But yeah, obviously Akanji and Grealish went off for City as well. You'd think with how big Grealish thighs are, you think he'd like not get injuries, but he's definitely getting them. I think Grealish is one of those players where he doesn't get the playing time in the Prem, but
No.
when he comes into like the Champions League and stuff, he seems to shine.
Yeah, and I think Pep needs to have a bit more faith in him in terms of some City fans said it perfectly the other week. You've got young players in Slovenia, and Doku, who
Yeah.
are still finding their way in terms of the footballing world, in terms of before they can be called world class or, you know, they're going to be the standout player for the team. But you've still got experience in terms of Jack Grealish on the wing, put him on the wing or Foden. The ones who are going to guarantee you're going to get the win. And it showed that against City, against Madrid. You played your experienced players, they're going to get you a result. I know they didn't get the result. But you know what I mean? They went 2-1 up, didn't they? Against Madrid with the experience that they had. But linking on to Madrid though, former Madrid player Marcelo retired though, hasn't he? Which is quite a shame. Because
Yeah.
I loved watching him at Madrid. I thought he was incredible as a fullback. In terms of his dart and runs moving forward, him and Cristiano Ronaldo had the perfect relationship there. Unfortunately, a couple of injuries towards the latter stage of his career at Madrid sort of made him become surplus to requirements. And obviously, I made Madrid look elsewhere in terms of in the full-backing area, in terms of Mendy. But I know he had a few stints in Greece. He had a few, and then he went back to Brazil, and quite fitting that he retired back in his home country.
Yeah, it's a shame to see him retire, obviously. It's a shame to see any legends retire. I mean, God help the day when Messi and Ronaldo announce they're retiring. Oh my God. That will be like a devastating day. But yeah, Marcelo's been amazing. I mean, playing for Madrid, he was just unstoppable for Madrid. I mean, you look at who you played with at Madrid, Ramos, Carvajal, like, he's got players, yeah, Pepe, she's got players in that Madrid team that he'd easily be able to link up with. And you could see when a lot of these players were playing for Madrid, they were winning title after title after title.
He didn't win many league titles, I know that. He didn't win many league titles for Madrid, but he won mostly cup, like the FA Cup and the League Cup over there. And they won the Champions League a lot as well. Not 100%, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to say his best club is Madrid. Big win, big loss actually in the footballing world for Marcelo to retire. But it is what it is, and obviously, it's actually news that came out. Quickly put this in. Nicholas Jackson's actually out for 8 weeks with an injury. He'll be back after the international break in March.
I bet Chelsea kicking themselves now that they loaned out João Felix to AC Milan.
Yeah, they'll be begging for him back.
That's another strange one. Why buy João Felix? Don't even play him and then loan him out.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Like, I think Felix is another one of them players. I think he's got loads of potential, but he's just got not. I think where he's been in terms of Madrid, Barcelona, no, they haven't really put faith in him. So he's sort of been left to fight his own battles, basically.
Yeah. Big miss for Chelsea. Probably have to be playing Cole Palmer up top now. Okay, it's time for a quick break now. Liam and I will be back in just a minute with our players of the week. So I'll let you go first there, Marshy, and who you think your players of the week. So give me 3 players that you believe. Yeah.
3 players. I shall say Grealish up until his injury against Madrid. I go Branthwaite for his defensive duties and absolutely outstanding defensive ability against Liverpool last night. And Semenyo against us at the weekend, just gone. Because I think the Semenyo, he can be he's a decent little player, quite fiery. But I think my player of the week, I'm going to pick Branthwaite because I thought he'd done exception against Jews. He held off Salah for a good while before he scored.
I'll do my three now, and for once, I'm not actually going to have any Liverpool plays in my player of the week. I don't think any Liverpool players deserve to be in our player of the week this week.
Walnut.
So I'll go first one, Vinny against Madrid.
You mean
Against City?
Yeah.
Yeah, City. Putting him against his own team. So Vinny against City. Sorry, Liverpool fans, but I have to do this. Tarkowski against Liverpool.
Wow, why Tarkowski?
His defensive duties were amazing. Being able to hold off Salah for most of the game. When Jota and Nunes came on, holding them off. Obviously, Liverpool got the goal, but Tarkowski's finish, I don't care about how the whole thing came about. That's a cracking finish from a centre-back. Literally rifles it into the top corner. Alisson is not saving that any day of the week.
He's literally
cracking.
He's
literally like full power. They just gone bang.
Oh, he literally put his full laces through that. I was quite shocked that he actually went in.
So Vinny, Tarkowski. For my last one, do you know what? Last one, I'm going to pick the Plymouth goalkeeper against us.
What?
I can't remember his name. It's like Hardy or something. Connor Hardy, I think.
It's Connor Hazard.
Yeah, Connor Hazard. Amazing job against us. You look at Jota's shot at the end of that game where he literally just turns and has it. That's going in the top corner. And it's an amazing save from Hazard.
So you've named three, so you've got to pick one of them three to be your player of the week.
Oh, do you know what? I'll go with Connor Hazard.
Oh, I thought you were going to go with Tarkowski there, and I thought, it could be the first week that we've both picked an Everton player as player of the week, but you didn't.
No, I'll go with Connor Hazard.
No.
I mean, what he did against us to keep us out, I mean, we could easily have scored. And if it wasn't for the centre-back and Connor Hazard, we'd easily have won that game.
100%. But like I said, it's the goalkeepers. I think goalkeepers, they don't get enough credit sometimes. In terms, they always seem to be getting ridiculed because, okay, they might let the goal in, but at the end of the day, it's defence that they need to look at. Defence are the ones that are meant to defend the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper's just there to make the save. I just think Plymouth was just set up so well against Hughes. It was unbelievable.
Oh, you should have seen my face when the ball came in from that free kick for us and Keller headed it. I was like, do it, Alisson.
Oh, well.
It's just like, but
it is what
doesn't matter.
It is what it is. But
anyway, we can both focus on Liverpool and Everton can both focus on the league now.
Exactly. I know if we win on Saturday, and I think if United or Spurs draw, I think we go above them. So that would be quite nice to see.
You can imagine, you could say for the first time in your life, we're above United. Well, that's a wrap on this week's bonus episode. Big thanks to everyone who sent in their questions and opinions. You lot keep this show going.
If we didn't get to yours this time, don't worry, keep them coming. Email theredandbluesessions@gmail.com or drop us a message on social media and we'll cover it in a future episode.
And don't forget, bonus episodes land every Tuesday and we'll be back with a full episode on Friday. So make sure you're following us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, or at theredandbluesessions.com.
Until next time, keep the debate going, keep the banter flying, and we'll catch you soon.
From me, Corey, up the Reds.
And from me, Liam, up the Toffees.